Hello and welcome all to the Time Traveler's Tavern, where there's tales from it and other things. Yeah, I said things. Alright, I will be your navigator and captain, Deadpaw, taking you on this informative journey. Informative of what? We still don't know. But that's why we have our wonderful net guru and all-around frumpy, colorful commentary provided by my good friend Toast.
I'm closer to white bread than rye.
Fair enough. And over to the other side, we have Mr.E. Not as an ecstasy. It's more of a pun on mystery, not Mr. and E. Alright, Mr.E. in the studio with us today.
Indeed.
Alright, today we're going to go down a traveling line of science and fiction, or science fiction, or fictional science, and all that kind of good stuff.
I don't want to make the face. You know I'm paranoid. Hey, by the way, be careful of that object seated behind you on the wall there. The one that reflects your face. Yeah, we're gonna go with breaking a mirror is bad luck.
Because they're expensive and sharp.
Yes.
Lots of bleediness.
But that's not the reason that I've been given here. The reason I've been given here is actually far, far crazier.
And more insidious. And not the movie. I think it was a movie, wasn't it?
Yes.
Indeed. Okay.
I think there's a couple of
There,
movies.
yeah, there's two of them.
I don't watch horror. I'm assuming it's horror.
Yeah, something like that.
Or horrors. I don't know.
No.
I don't get either of them.
I say a horror would be fingerprints.
So, the reason that it's considered
yeah,
bad luck is since a mirror was thought to be a reflection of the soul, breaking a mirror was thought to be harmful to the soul.
Oh, fair enough.
What if you have no soul?
Like gingers?
Here,
I was talking about like incredibly white people so close.
and that's not true. They have a soul that they've stolen. It's reflected in every single freckle they've gained.
There are some prolific gingers out there.
Indeed. I'm related to three of them.
We were saying prolific, not whores. No.
I know one that would happily shoot your head off the same way she did a raccoon last week for harassing her pigeons. Yeah.
Good for her. Don't know her.
No, you don't.
Probably gonna stay that way.
You know how they say that some women are going to grow up to be heartbreakers? I have no doubt that she was told she was going to be an arm breaker.
Is she a big girl?
No. She just has big attitude.
It usually comes with a big butt.
She has enough attitude to match your ego.
Well, that doesn't take much. I don't actually have an ego.
Okay, the one you project.
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty big, so...
Yeah.
I mean, that's Ron Jeremy big.
Yeah.
And it even needs a pump.
Yeah. She don't. You know that 1940s image of the strong woman with the
Rosie the Riveter.
yeah, that one, Rosie the Riveter.
That's some riveting information.
Now imagine that attitude embodied in a person at all times. That's my aunt. Anyway, so to counter the ill effects of breaking a mirror, have you ever heard this one? I know everyone's heard the 7 years of bad luck, back to the 7 being the magic number.
Yeah.
That's not on here.
Okay.
What's on here is that you could actually counter the ill effects of breaking a mirror.
Is it by burning it?
It is not.
Okay.
It is by burying it in the moonlight.
Yep.
It's very difficult to bury an object in light.
Yeah. But no, like...
I think they mean under the light of like a full moon or something like that.
I was gonna say, isn't like the moon supposed to have like the cleansing and purifying, all that kind of property or some crap?
I think it's something like that.
It does the skies of Arcadia.
I think it actually originates from the idea of the harvest moon. The reason that it was called a harvest moon, by the way, is because it was considered bright enough to harvest by.
Yeah.
So it gave farmers more time.
It's like, if you aren't done by now, you're screwed. But at least you have one more night.
Pretty much. Anyway, anybody else got anything else to add, or shall I continue?
Continue on, Mr. E.
Alright, so walking under a ladder is bad luck. Now, first off, you'd think it'd be common sense by now to not walk under something that, has someone on it.
Especially because they can drop things on your head.
Yes, including themselves, if you knock the ladder.
Or you're a jerk.
Indeed. So it's common sense to avoid walking under an open ladder for fear of something falling on you. But there are superstitious reasons for doing so as well. A triangle, the shape of a ladder, signifies life to some. When you walk through the triangle, you are tempting the fates.
It's life rape.
You You may also awaken spirits that live within the triangle, including evil spirits who may not be happy with the disturbance.
Bill Cipher.
That's it, like Bill.
Gravity Falls reference, yes.
I knew that was coming. I don't even watch it unless, like, I saw that just expression on your face. You lit up.
He's in my wallet! Anyway, if you do accidentally walk under a ladder, you can counter the bad luck by placing your thumb between your index and middle finger. So, this...
Which in the past was actually basically flipping someone off.
Yes!
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Basically, you're
Hey,
giving the
yo.
spirits the finger.
It's actually, back then it was called the fig.
The fig.
Give me the fig.
Yeah, give me the fig.
Which would be a great nickname for Cyril.
Hey, it's the fig!
I think from now on we should tell people they're not worth the effort of being given the fig. We should bring that one back. Anyway,
I can only think of Clerks 2 when you say bringing it back.
another method was to cross fingers
Broken
on
bottles.
both hands and call upon the sign of the cross to protect you from evil. So basically, once again, the Christians trying to take over the world.
So,
Nope.
every other day.
This. Cross both fingers on both hands. And
I wasn't listening to you.
I was
so
gonna say,
just
but
making
isn't
sure.
that like being dishonest as crossing?
no, that's behind the back. Nobody knows why. Or actually, at least I've never seen why.
It's probably another superstition that somebody might have to investigate.
Yeah,
I'll
we'll
say
save it for next time.
I says, do you know why? Because if you cross your fingers in front of you, people see it and go, hey, you're lying. You cross your fingers behind your back, they're like, what are you doing? Scratching my back.
Scratching my butt. That's impolite. So is incest. What?
Wow, that went downhill quickly.
Work for
I
the
know.
British.
How do you think the royal family's so royal? Royally messed up.
Yeah, they do look like a bunch of genetic freaks, don't they?
Oh, what was the one dude just has a massive overbite?
Oh, the massive overbite and the giant ears.
So he must be just rocking it down there. He has to be to make up for that face. I always loved that. It's like, oh, if he's got big feet, or he's got big hands, and he's got big nose, and big ears, and
Good God,
all
I
this other
hope
stuff.
he's got something swinging.
It's like, I hope he's got something to make up for all that goofiness.
He's a dorkfish.
I'm a dirt fish.
Um,
Billingville, there you go. That's some advertisement again. Pay us too. Somebody has to. I need money.
I doubt that's going to happen.
Oh no, but if this ever gets around to Billingville's, just so you know. Hi.
Yeah,
I have
fans.
nothing else.
Yeah, we're fans. We like you. Don't worry. Anyway,
Free promotion.
before he hands us a sign or a lawsuit.
Or a citation.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Why would I
Cease
want
and
to
desist.
Why would I want a Chevrolet?
Oh. That's a good question. Nobody does. Now we're not going to get any funding from Chevrolet. That doesn't matter because probably don't have money to give anyways.
I don't know.
Unless they got another government bailout.
They saw a lot of money thanks to Transformers, too.
Oh my god, that was a tragic democracy of a film there.
Transformers. Michael Bay explosions.
Just saying.
This was
Chevy saw
Adult Swim, Robot Chicken.
Chevy
love that.
saw a lot of money thanks to those movies.
Did it help car sales, though?
That one I don't know for
No,
sure.
because everybody thinks now that they just explode.
Not Camaro.
I was going to get a Chevy Sonic, because it drove at the sonic speeds, and I thought of Sonic the Hedgehog, but no, it blew up. It just blows up, and that's Chevy. It just blows up. Don't get them. They blow up.
The Camaro did okay.
Till it blew up.
They didn't blow up the Camaro.
Oh, man. Was it?
No, the part that I had to laugh at though was the fact that they couldn't get.
We're on the same page.
With Volkswagen?
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going actually. They couldn't get Volkswagen to participate for Bumblebee, so they got Chevy.
Yep.
And what was the reason? I forget what was the reason.
Because Volkswagen did not want to be associated with the violence.
Wait. Say it again. I want to see if I can absorb it with a straight face.
That's what she said?
Sweetie, nothing straight coming out of you.
Thanks. Appreciate that one.
Vote of confidence.
You are the woman with him.
Baby, get me a pair of heels. I'll see you the woman without.
Dude looks like a lady.
Anyway,
Anyway,
the boots.
Hey, just because I'm a little gay for boots doesn't mean anything. The miniskirt, however...
Well, I was gonna say the chaps.
Oh, that's right, I do have those. You know the worst thing about it is the fact that...
Besides the picture online?
The second worst thing about it... Actually, no, the worst thing about that picture is I was wearing them backwards.
I know.
Because I looked at like 3 people and went, how do I put these on? I've never worn chaps before.
I told you they were backwards.
After, this would have been good information to have prior.
I told you beforehand. You chose to ignore it.
Or you just didn't speak loud enough, or I have horrible attention span.
Either
which
way.
are all things that are quite possible.
Either way, it was great.
And now I'll live on forever on the internet.
I'm gonna become a meme someday.
Someday.
I was gonna say you're.
I'm already out there somewhere.
You're a living meme.
I'm a terror.
Okay, so back to the list. Itchy palm for good luck.
Your palms itch so you have good luck?
Apparently.
I thought it was because of... Never mind.
Thought it was because they were hairy?
No. Just a different guy.
You leave Lawrence out of this.
He moved.
Atlanta! Oh, my Atlanta.
The fabled city of Atlanta.
Fried chicken.
That's where I knew Lawrence from.
I say.
Anyway,
Well, I say.
there seem to be multiple variations of this superstition. The idea of having an itchy palm generally refers to someone who is greedy or has an insatiable desire for money. Some believe that if the right...
So we're back to the Republican Party. Boom! Full circle.
Some believe that if the right...
Corkscrew.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just like the Republican Party.
Some believe that if the right palm itches, you'll meet someone new, while an itchy left palm means that money is coming.
I have no sensation in my left hand ever. I think it might be a nerve disorder, but that also kind of coincides with this because I am poor.
You have no money.
I have no money. I have no incoming money.
So wait, does that mean if you start getting feeling back in your left hand... Wait a minute. I just thought about that. Oh,
It's like the stranger every time.
I'm never, ever picking up anything that you grab with your left hand.
Oh, that is sinister.
Corkscrewed. It's been your catchphrase now. I broke the other one. I shouldn't touch those.
You shouldn't touch anything.
Except for myself, apparently.
With your left hand.
Stranger danger!
You're a danger to more than just yourself.
Well, clearly.
Others say that an itchy right palm means money coming in, and that left-handed itch foretells money going out. Which again...
Well, I'm not paying out any money because I have no money, so again, nothing with the left hand.
What about your left foot?
It's attached
Do you feel it?
with my right hand. No.
Sorry, these pants are a little tight. I knew he would enjoy it, which is why I'm over here.
He's like, no context is going to be given for this comment or moment.
Ever.
And anyone who ever actually listens to this, I'm sorry. No, I'm not. But I should be. I should be sorry for so much, but it just keeps going.
We should all be very sorry.
We're on the short bus to hell.
We're gonna be sued to hell.
No. We're on the short bus to hell where the windows are made out of freaking sugar. So that way we at least have a reason to lick them. This one tastes like cotton candy.
This one tastes like snozzberries.
It's not
Snozzberries
actually.
taste like snozzberries.
It's not actually cotton candy. It's antifreeze.
Ethylene glycol.
I knew that's where that was going.
Oh man! One of these days we'll fully get into the glycol conspiracy, but it's not going to be today.
No, not gonna be today.
Yeah, we don't have 7.5 minutes for it.
Back to 7 already. Anyway, okay, so Friday the 13th is the last one I got.
All right.
We give a little shudder when we see Friday the 13th looming on the calendar. Fear of the number 13 is one of the most common superstitions around.
Ooh, triskaidekaphobia.
I forgot that it had a name.
Everything has a name.
Wait, you know what a fear of clowns is too, don't you?
Colorophobia.
Say it a little slower so people can hear.
Colorophobia.
Okay.
Then it was antitophobia is the fear of ducks, which, funny enough,
Quack, damn you!
did not have a name until Gary Larson.
Until Gary Larson, author of the Far Side comic series, had come up with it, and people kept it.
So that means before that, ducks just weren't scary.
No.
Indeed. Till this program, a fear of the number 13 is one of the most common superstitions around. It's so widespread that many apartment buildings and hotels omit the 13th floor.
Though, as Mitch Hedberg once put it, for all of those of you on the 14th floor, you know where you really are.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, what was it?
Some airlines fly without a 13th row. Let's see here. The most popular tale of the origin of this superstition is that Judas was the 13th guest at the Last Supper, and that Christ was crucified on a Friday, apparently.
I mean, Christians just keep taking everything.
And ruining it.
Hey, it's ours. Jesus did it. It was Jesus. Oh, I can just see it now.
My favorite Robin Williams joke about that is actually, if a Jehovah's Witness comes to your door and says, "Have you found Jesus?" what you should do is answer the door naked, so you can be like, "No, why don't you come on in and we'll look for him."
One of my mother's favorite Jehovah's Witnesses joke was actually told to her by a Jehovah's Witness, which was quite simply, why are the women of the Latter-day Saints so flat-chested? Get off my porch! Get off my porch! There's a hand gesture to go with that. You have to imagine it yourself.
Just picture it. But no, I was gonna say on an actual superstition of numbers still. Japanese culture, I believe it's the number 4. It's traditionally seen as a very bad ill omen. If you give anybody a gift set with like 4 items in it, you're basically
Wishing death upon
them, and that's like they X the number 4 off of like everything.
So wait a minute, they have high-rise skyscrapers everywhere. You're going to tell me they don't have a 4th floor?
I'm also pulling this out of the ether. I believe this is a thing.
By ether, he means his hindquarters.
I don't know the level at which it's actually pursued at this point. I'm not Japanese. I've never been to Japan. I may be a crazed anime fan, but doesn't mean I actually know everything I'm talking about.
So here's the ask I have. All of the things that you do get from Japanese culture, from anime,
Yeah.
I wonder how much of it is just the animation companies getting together and saying, let's see how much we can screw with Americans.
There's some disassociation with it, but toast.
So, tradition 4 is unlucky in Japanese in Japan because it is sometimes pronounced chi, which is the word for death.
Yeah, that's why.
So it's a mispronunciation of it.
No.
Number 9 is pronounced ku, with the same pronunciation as agony or torture.
Are there any numbers that are good in Japanese culture?
Ni. 2.
That's not listed.
I was 2, I do believe, is ni. And that's also commonly called for like siblings. So, like your brothers and sisters, the ni, nan, and san, and all the honorifics that follow it.
Yeah.
So it's a symbol of family.
I thought San and Chan were in reference to close friends, though.
That's the honorifics afterwards.
Okay.
So you have San, Chan, and so it gets more familiarity as you go on.
Right.
It's like, what was it? Sama is praise. That's your Sama is like your highest honorific to someone you respect, and it's like you're basically bowing over to this person. San is the second down from that ish. I don't know. Again, I am white. I don't know this for certainties.
He's so white he glows in the dark.
He's neon white.
I'm bioluminescent.
On the other hand, the number 8 is considered a lucky number. This because the shape of the kanji character for 8, the 2
Mugen,
strokes are
infinity.
wider at the bottom, suggesting a better time or better things to come in the future.
So in other words, it's an easier number to write when you're drunk.
It's
Just like in America, the easiest number to call when you're drunk is your ex's.
It's also the easiest to text, from what I hear.
I don't know. I don't have any of Max's numbers.
Of
Court ordered. No. That's life for you.
So that's all I had. 10 most common superstitions.
Wonderful.
Anybody else got anything
I'm actually
interesting to add?
All right, so on that wonderful note of fact, validation, and verification, any other shuns we should add to here? No? All right. Skipping over his thoughts here, we're going to farm this out, and Mr.E, would you like to bid adieu?
Until next time.
There you go. A good web guru toast. What? Parting words.
If you're using a comb, make sure you go the right direction.
That would be a good parting word. All right, and this is Captain, not of a Boeing, just of a dead paw. Thank you for joining the, what is this? Tales from the Time Traveler's Tavern? Apparently that's what we are. Thank you for joining. So that's it.